I'm back in my hometown Munich, and you guys can join me here for an amazing trip from Munich to Cologne in May of 2026. Hallo, Servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli, and for the last 9 years, I've lived in Cincinnati, Ohio. But as of 2 weeks ago, I'm back in my hometown, Munich, Germany, which I would love to show you guys next summer on a 7-day group trip. That's the big news I was talking about. I know some people were speculating that I'm pregnant, but honestly, this is some news that doesn't only affect Ben and me, but you guys as well, because you'll have the chance to travel to Germany with us next summer. Also, for everyone who wanted to come on our Christmas trip this December from Berlin to Prague and didn't get a spot, we actually had a last-minute cancellation for that trip, and therefore we currently have 1 open spot. So if you're interested, be sure to check out the second link in the video description below and request that last spot before it's gone. But to get back to the new trip announcement for summer of 2026, the exact dates are May 10th through May 16th of 2026. So it's not too long. It's the perfect time to dip your toes into traveling Europe, especially if it's your first time, but we'll still get to see quite a lot in those 7 days. I'm personally super excited about this itinerary because I got to put it together myself in collaboration with Trova Trip. So naturally, we'll start here in Munich, which is not only my hometown, but one of the most beautiful cities in the world, in my opinion. There's so much history here, lots of beer, obviously, beautiful landscapes, both within the city and right outside of the city where the Alps are starting. So that's where the trip kicks off. Then we'll head to the medieval town of Rothenburg ob der Tauber, one of the most magical places I've ever been to. You may have seen this spot in photos and postcards before. That's in Rothenburg, and quite honestly, the whole town looks like that. You can walk on top of the old medieval city wall there, which is so cool, and we'll do a night watchman tour, which we did on our group trip in 2024, and I absolutely loved it, so I'm very excited for that. After 2 nights in Rothenburg, we'll spend a day in Würzburg and visit the famous Marienberg Fortress, as well as a vineyard where we'll do some delicious wine tasting. And in the evening, we'll head to the great city of Cologne, which is located right on the Rhine River. The cathedral there is one of the most famous churches in the world. I'm sure you've seen it before. And with its Gothic architecture, it's even been declared a World Heritage Site. And Cologne is where the trip will officially come to an end. But of course, you're more than welcome to keep traveling on your own after that. And if you want to, you could also arrive a few days early in Munich before the trip officially starts and explore the city a little bit more, or take some trips to nearby sites like Neuschwanstein Castle, Eagle's Nest, or Dachau. You can find the full itinerary with all activities linked down below or up here in the corner. That's also where you can sign up for email updates, which I would definitely recommend if you're interested in this group trip or in my group trips in general, because the people on that list will always be the first ones to find out about updates, open spots, and new trips that are launching. So on that trip link, you can currently check out the itinerary and sign up for the email list. However, booking won't actually open until tomorrow, October 2nd, but I'll get to that here in a little bit. First, let's talk logistics. So we can take a total of 22 people on this trip. And of course, we'll have a professional tour guide with us 24/7, and Ben and I will be there as well. We'll have a private bus taking us from one place to the next, and we'll be staying in 4-star hotels on the entire trip. The default for the rooms is double occupancy, but you can request a single room at an upcharge. Now, the price for this trip is a little higher than I personally would have liked, but because this is a brand new itinerary that the trip operators have never done before, it's a little more expensive for now. For the first 10 people, it'll be $3,699 US per person, and after that, it'll be $3,799 per person, which includes all of the hotels, breakfast, the transfers, all of the activities listed on the itinerary, 2 dinners, and the tour guide. Flights are not included in this price though. The good news is that in order to reserve your spot, you only need to put down 25% right now, and the rest of the money won't be due until 90 days before the trip starts. Now, the trip does include a sightseeing bike tour through Munich, so it would be ideal if you feel comfortable riding a bike, and we'll also be doing quite a lot of walking on this trip, so you should be able to be on your feet for a few hours at a time, and ideally be able to walk up to a few miles a day. Okay, now get your pen and paper out because you don't want to miss this. Booking for this trip will open tomorrow, Thursday, October 2nd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time and 7 p.m. Central European Time, aka German time. The last few trips sold out within minutes, so if you're interested, I would recommend to be ready to book pretty quickly. So take today to look at the itinerary at the link down below, talk to your partner, family, or friends if you want to travel together so that you're ready to go when booking officially opens tomorrow. It'll be under the same link that I've linked in the video description below, the first link. But of course, you're also more than welcome to join on your own. On the past group trips, we've always had a great mix of people of all ages. We've had both single travelers and people who traveled with their partners or siblings. After a few days, we were all friends with each other anyway, so it truly doesn't matter if you come alone. You'll have friends within the group. That being said, everyone is welcome to join on this trip as long as you're nice. And as I said, you should be able to keep up with the walking and ideally be able to ride a bike, but that's about all the requirements we have. And I can't wait to meet a new group of people to make some unforgettable memories with. So mark your calendars, tomorrow, October 2nd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, and 7 p.m. German time is when the booking opens, and we can take up to 22 travelers on this trip. And if you want to claim that last spot for the Christmas market trip, that'll be the second link in the video description. I'm super excited to meet you guys next summer to show you around Munich and some other beautiful places of Germany. So I hope I'll see you on the trip. Tschüss!